It may be summer now, but give it 2 months and you're going to be bang in the middle of the event season. And I think there's just one thought on everybody's mind. How do I get my customer to walk into my event space and go, wow? You want them to arrive curious and leave inspired. But this means you need to spend time thinking about how you're going to create an experiential feeling and walkthrough for them. This calls for a great meeting of technology and design. And that's what we're going to focus on today. Hi, this is Kavitha, and welcome back to episode 8 of our Unwired series. Today, we're going to be talking about experiential design. And joining me is Austin, who is our champion for motion graphics, storyboarding, creative concept telling, and who ultimately helps put the story together for every one of the great stands that we do. Welcome, Austin.
Thank you, Kavitha. Thanks for having me here.
So we're going to be talking about very interesting topics.
Yes.
And I hope you're prepared for the questions I have.
Definitely.
So shall we get started?
Yeah, let's start.
Okay, first of all, you specialize in motion graphics and creating sort of visual identity. So I want to understand, what role does visual identity play when it comes to building an event experience?
So there's a thing about design. Like, as many people think, design is not art. It's a kind of marketing tool, if I should say, and more of like a business solution. And picture this, okay? So you're walking into this event space, and instantly, you get to know the space even before someone starts speaking. So I think that's the power of branding. Branding well done. So, and good design or good branding doesn't scream. It will be there, like, even without you knowing it, it just exists there. And also the thing is that it's not all about making it pretty or aesthetically good. It's about making that recognition, and it's about making event experience memorable. And branding works right from the starting. Like, even you get like an email invite for the event to the end. Maybe you go to the event, you see the branding on the screen. It works. It's that branding, it's that identity that stitches everything together. And it almost feels like you are having a long conversation with your audience.
So basically what you're trying to say is, in any event space, when you look at the pre-event, during, and the post-event, you're talking about stitching it all together.
It's about bringing everything together. So there's a lot of things, like, you'll have like a writing, like maybe like a content, or you have like a animated video, or everything will be there. Like, there are different parts of the event. Branding is that thing that stitches everything together and makes people understand, this is the brand that I've been here to experience.
And I think for customers, when you bring all this together, you create an experience, because right from email content down to what you see on the stand, from a design perspective to technology you use, everything is cohesive. Right?
Exactly.
Great. You've all seen that at exhibitions or at expos or forums, motion graphics, videos are a very, very powerful tool. And we've seen a lot of people using that to tell stories and really capture the attention of audiences. We've done that in most of our events. And Austin, you've been involved in creating a lot of that yourself. So can you tell me, what difference does high impact motion graphics and videos deliver to these kind of installations that you may have at your event spaces?
Okay, this is the thing. Motion designing is like almost kind of marketeer's secret weapon. The movement makes people stop. So if you're in a space, like say, this thing is like almost uh, genetically coded in you, because you know, motion is that thing that separates your attention from like a static environment. It makes it a bit of standing out than like you seeing a static content.
Right. So
It makes attendees stop scrolling what they are like doing on their phones or whatever, and makes them look towards the main screen. And it's like motion adds authority, a sense that something important is going to happen. And when used right, motion doesn't just show the message; it becomes the message. And the main one of the main important thing that when we start making a motion design, as the key part is storyboarding. So, say a guide designing motion should know how is the things gonna be seeing from an audience point of view. So he has to visualize every part of it, say the motion, the speed, the content. Everything has to be pre-planned. So it's the designer who makes people move across these screens and move what the audience sees, and makes the whole picture together.
This is very fascinating because you said one thing. You said motion brings authority. And I think it's very important because you've got that few seconds
Yes.
at an event when a customer walks in
Yeah.
to actually feel what he's going to see. And if there's strong messaging, even if you don't spend time, I think it your site captures that message and it sort of stays with you, and
Yes,
you're
yes,
able
yes.
to
Yeah.
reinforce the
Yeah,
brand.
the thing is that motion is more powerful than something very static. So everywhere there is motion or say movement, our eyes are automatically drawn towards it. So it is more memorable than like a static.
And also I think with motion technology you're able to angle that content to almost feel like it's interacting to you.
Yes, yes. Actually, it adds a layer, plus one layer of interaction to like the whole experience, whole
Right.
visual.
Anyway, we're going to talk more about that.
Yes.
And we'll discuss it, but that's very fascinating.
Yeah.
I must say, Austin, over the last 3 years I think we've been focusing on building content that's very interactive. Not only content, but also displaying it via mediums that really bring it to life. For example, we've done a significant number of interactive tunnel content that changes as people move through. We've used kinetic walls to tell stories. We've used transparent screens to give a very holographic effect. Now, I want to take it one stage ahead. With all this technology available in terms of media that you play this content on, how are things like augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, and AI, of course, helping deliver a new experience? But also, as a design person, how does AI help you in the research process? So, I want you to talk to me about these terms that we are hearing now.
Okay, so AR, VR, and MR, that is augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality. So these are some of the terms that we've been hearing it since like a decade or so. So as I was talking to you before, all these technical, though it's technical, uh, from a design slash marketing point of view, uh, this moves you a bit more closer to the brand. So a person, say augmented reality. Augmented reality is like, say you're watching something on the phone. So you can see a brand or a product or a service right in front of you.
Right.
Although you need like a secondary device, like a mobile phone or like a tablet to visualize that. It gives you like a step ahead than just seeing it on like a flat surface.
Okay.
That's AR. And VR is, we can say it like a plus one to the AR thing. So, which virtual reality is like you are like enclosed in an
In a
environment.
space, yeah.
Yeah. So it adds a bit more reality to it from AR. So, but nowadays it's more MR, that is mixed
Mixed
reality.
reality.
So the thing is that we have been doing like we mix AR content and VR content, so that people not only feels like they are in an environment, but they can more interact towards it.
And also, it feels more real, I think.
Yes, yes. So it's more grounded in reality than all of them before. And speaking of AI, a lot of people nowadays, like lot of designers in particular, says that they're gonna be affected by AI, stuff like that. But the reality is, AI is like a companion to designers,
Right.
I should say. The thing is that how AI helps designers is that usually we have a lot of time spending for brainstorming,
Right.
for researching on the brand or something. AI is taking all those hard work and makes a designer focus on what they really should do, the designing part. So that makes people more aligned, or make use of the design tools like typography, illustrations, the alignment, stuff like
Right.
that. So what AI does is like what it took like days or hours or discussion, a lot of discussion with clients, all those time well spent towards what we should really do.
That's right. And you're able to also then churn out more work
Yeah,
a lot faster,
definitely.
which is great for
Yeah.
business, really.
Yeah, like the AI really optimizes design.
So it's helping you not just design faster, but it's helping you think smarter.
Yes, it's about making the process smart,
Right.
rather than like uh, as I told, like, it's auto not only make us like a companion, but it's also make us like a tutor or like a guru,
Right. Right.
make us smarter on
I
that.
think it's very interesting conversation, Austin. And before I let you go, I have to mention to our audiences that you've been someone who does a lot of sketching. He actually draws, he colors, he paints. So you sort of focus on bringing to life
Yeah.
that concept.
Yeah.
So the human element or the hard work hasn't gone away, but
No.
then you're able to take that design and sort of optimize it using these tools, so you deliver different experiences each time to our customers. Great. Thank you for joining me. And we'll see you soon. Thank you. We've just had an interesting chat about motion graphics and video content, but it's not over yet. The important part comes next. You take all of this creativity and you need to put it somewhere where it's visible and enjoyed by the target audience. So, talking about exhibitions, 3D and spatial design is also a very, very critical aspect. And to discuss more about this, I'm going to be inviting Lucas, who works in our team as a key 3D designer and is responsible for building out spaces that will make all of this graphics, technology, videos, and content really come to life. Lucas, welcome to the chat.
Thank you.
It's now your turn to talk about 3D design.
Yes.
And the spatial experience.
Yes.
So let me put the first question to you.
Okay.
Explain to me 3D design in the context of exhibitions and branded environments.
Yes.
Why is the design process so important?
So, 3D design in this context is the art of spatial storytelling. It involves planning, modeling, and visualization. In this case, like to the designs that we do, exhibition booths, the pop-up installations, and immersive branded environments. So we can say it's one form meets function. So each layout is designed not only to captivate visually, but also to direct the visitor movement and to make sure the where they are going and the interaction and the engagement. And an effective, we can say a good and effective 3D design can help the clients to experience the whole design, the whole, we can say the whole the exhibition booth before it's even built. So it let us preview the, how the human flow will be, how where we should put the lightings, and how we should manage the whole stand and the circulation of the whole thing.
Okay, I think from this, discussion,
Yes.
there's two things that I can really take out. One is, when you plan a design,
Yes.
you really need to think about how the flow is going to be.
Yeah.
So we've seen so many times you'll end up putting a really exciting demo
Yes.
or an activation at a spot where you hardly get footfalls. The
Yes.
mistake is not the activation. The mistake
Yes.
is you might have put it in the wrong place.
Yes.
The second thing is a design needs to take a person on a journey. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter however small or big the stand is.
Yes. Yes.
You need to have a vision that you will have people flowing through. And
Yes.
flowing means that they go through multiple touch points.
Yes.
They go to different sections of the stand.
Yes.
And it also means that if you have partners or demos or solutions, you actually get customers engaging with almost all, if not all, of what you're showing.
Yes.
So I think from that perspective, it's an interesting point. Now let me ask you something more on your side of the work. You've been doing a lot of 3D visualizations.
Yes.
And we've been building concepts to share with clients. Now, how important do you think 3D has been in terms of explaining to the client? Like there are different ways at the concept stage, but
Yes.
we've always relied on some sort of a 3D
Yes,
visualization. So how important do you think that is to boost communication? And I want to tie that to your architectural background,
Yes.
where you came from, and how are you using that to deliver more technical precision?
Okay, to answer that question, first of all, visualization. Visualization in 3D design. So visualization can be say as the final product. So it helps a lot with the process, because let's say a realistic 3D renders, it helps the clients a clear and accurate understanding of what they can expect or what to expect. So it helps in minimizing
Right.
the back and forth revisions, a lot of miscommunications. So which also helps in reducing that costly misunderstandings. And for my architecture background and the other question, so with a foundation that I got from learning architecture, that it helps me ensure that all the designs and all the models I make go beyond just aesthetic. So I also ensure that they are structurally sound and grounded, like and in real world constraints. So I also carefully consider material uses, structural logic, and fabrication constraints. So throughout the whole design process, so every element of the design is built with precise measurements. So that will
True.
help our production or fabrication with minimal errors, which will come back to us on like a very close deadline.
Again, to sort of round this discussion out,
Yes.
we've seen many times you have the most beautiful stand design,
Yes.
but it's very, very weak in terms of structure.
Yeah.
People have not thought through load bearing walls, they've not thought through where the pillars need to be, and you go into final approval or build, and then you start seeing the problems.
Yes.
Structure is weak, cracks develop,
Yes.
all of
yes.
these things. So this means actually the design process is not just about beauty and
Yes.
aesthetics. It's also about structure. And when you work today with a lot of new materials,
Yes.
we're always looking for materials that cut costs, boost impact, shine better, maybe
Yes.
light up the room better. You need to then consider what they're going to be used for or placed on. So these are very important questions to be asking
Yes.
your 3D designer, also your team, and then working on things. Sometimes, Lucas, as you know, in our world, we're
Yes.
all moving so fast, we don't have time.
Yes.
So I think starting this process early
Yes. True.
and
Yes.
sort of drawing it out
Yes.
and then layering it.
Yes.
It's not just about getting a design inspiration from
Yes.
AI.
Yes.
In fact, a lot of the designs that I see coming out from AI
Yes.
are all structurally faulty.
Yes. True.
It doesn't
Yes.
consider anything.
Yes.
It just gives you an idea.
Yes.
So I think that's where people like Lucas play a very important role, because
Yes.
they're able to take that inspiration
Yes.
and tell you what can be practically built.
Yes.
And as we go into the event season, I would urge all our customers to take points from this discussion with you
Yes.
seriously when planning their stand design.
Yes.
However simple or big, it needs to be aesthetic and also structurally viable. Thank you, Lucas. I think
Thank
we've
you.
had a good chat, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of your work
Thank you.
coming
Yes.
to life as we move
Yes.
forward into our events.
Yes.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you for having me.